Hello folks, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy. Right now I'm gonna have to talk a little softer because it is very late at night right now, and yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you right there. I just gotta talk softly. I'll probably intensify the audio in editing, but right now, in this segment of the video, I'm going to we're gonna get the Mystic Key. We're gonna get the key, and then in the next segment, we're probably gonna go around and unlock a boatload of doors. You know, I'm legitimately questioning how I don't have a headache right now. It is very late at night. Heck, it's getting so late at night, it's actually gonna start to become early in the morning. In fact, it already is. Oh god. Yeah, we're officially level 15 now, and the enemies are actually beginning to run away. I'll show off the stats real quick. So yeah, this right here, this is what we got. And we have nearly 100,000 gold, which is pretty dang nice. The only person who is not level 15 is poor Waxy down there. He got brutally executed at the Peninsula of Power. There's nothing much I can really do about that. But we do have a boss fight coming up. It's totally not the Dark Elf, and it's totally not in the castle up here. Alright, so going on in, this is the Western Keep, and this is pretty much the king we have the crown for. He's totally not the Dark Elf or anything. See guys? He's definitely not. This is all just a joke. Alright, so yeah, welcome to the Astos fight. He does have a spell called Rub that instantly kills people, and I really hope he doesn't use it. I'm just gonna attack this guy and hope for the best. We should get through it alright. But hopefully he doesn't rub Jaso and Ban, because if he does, that's gonna suck. And hopefully he'll just die in like the first round or so. He has a load of defense, but he's no match for Jaso and Van, especially not when Fast is being used on him. Oh, and he just tried to use the Rub spell, but wasn't too effective. And there he goes! Boom! That's about as loud as I can be, guys. Sorry. 2,000 gold and Waxy at level 15. Not bad at all. Yeah, so we're experiencing some late night Final Fantasy now. I don't think the game told us anything, but we now officially have a crystal. I wish the game would actually tell you about that. So now we gotta go hit up Matoya's cave real quick. Now finally, here we are. Also, I really like this soundtrack in here. And this broom, I don't know if you can see that, but if you look at that a certain way, it looks like a foot. That's what I thought when I was a kid. Like, is Matoya amputating people's foots and then just feet and then just collecting them? That's kind of weird, but yeah, here's your crystal. So now that we have the herb, I can't talk. Now it's time to go back to Elfhelm. And now, I don't know who we talked to. Is it you? Yeah, it's you. Okay. He's waking up, even though he looks like he's still asleep. Alright, just give me my key. Is this a dream? Are you the Light Warriors? Is this for real? So, as legend says, I give you the Mystic Key. Well, thank you, bud. I think, like, 1 pixel on his body changed. Just look real closely when I talk to him from right here. Yeah, 1 pixel on your sprite changed. I will admit, there is 1 door in here with some treasure in it that I do want to hit up. It's a little tricky to get to, but if you go right here and up and you hug the wall, you will come straight to it. Inside here we have a silver hammer, that's good for mace. Right here is just some gold. More gold. And a copper something. Gloves, I think. Yeah, I can throw those on Jaso. Yeah, they're gloves, alright. Yeah, so now Jaso's slightly more solid in defense. We're gonna head on out of here and go hit the end. And then this segment is gonna end, and the new segment should start, like, right now, and you'll actually be able to hear me talk louder. It won't just be edited in Audacity. Alright, so now that it's no longer 1 AM and I can actually talk louder again, we're gonna go use this key, and we're gonna get some very, very good stuff. Now, the first place I want to hit is the Western Keep, because that's where we're gonna get the power staff, right after I deal with these spiders, man. Alright, now that we're here, we are going to want to head kind of up and around the entire place, really. Just over here, and then this bat needs to move. Right down here past that misaligned wall right there. There's this other room, and in here, there is the power staff, and as you can see, this door is locked, but we can get right inside. Right in front of it, there are some images we need to defeat, just taken off of Google, I guess. Now that that's all been taken care of, we now have a Falachin. I don't know. That's probably not very useful, but in here we have some iron gloves, and over here we have a power staff, which is what we need. We need both of those. We should be able to equip the iron gloves, right? Yeah, we got Jaso now in a full suit of iron. Very, very nice. Now, if you're wondering if there was anything in front of the chests here, there are mummies in front of there, so, I don't feel like dealing with any of them right now. And down south of here is the Marsh Cave, which we went to in the previous episode. Now that we're actually in here, what we're looking for is down on the 3rd floor. Yeah, what I'm looking for is right down here in the bottom 4 rooms. Yes, and what we want is in that chest right there, but first I gotta heal up because there's an encounter point there. And you'll never guess who or what is actually in that encounter point. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Cobras. I thought that was gonna be wizards. I guess that was like another one. Oh well, Cobras are cool too, I guess. That we now have a silver armlet. Can be equipped on anyone, actually. But I'm gonna throw this on Waxy. Definitely better than the cloth. Now over to the right, there should most definitely be wizards over here. Yeah, like these two. Here we have a silver knife, which I think is kinda useless, maybe? Let me see. His damage right now is 16, and if we put on the knife, it's 14. So yeah, that's useless. We can definitely sell that though, no worries. Alright, right over here, we have nothing. Alright, let me check the 4th room then. Right over here we have another chest. I'm not sure what's in this one. In here we have 1020 gold, not bad. Now after healing up, it's time to get out of here. And now it's time to rest up at an inn. Alright, now after that rest up at the inn, we have one more place we need to head. Right after this elf gets out of the way. Ah, screw it, I'll just go out here. Yes, we're now headed to Conaria. Specifically the castle. Because there is one item in here we really, really need, and I think you gotta go this way. Yes, and it's right in here. Right here we have an iron staff, not very useful. We have a saber, also not very useful. A silver knife, kinda junk. So it's in this other room right here. An iron shield, that might actually be alright. Let me armor Jaso. Alright, yeah, now we can throw Jaso in a truly full set of iron armor. Look at that, that is... oh, wait a minute, he already has a shield. Alright, never mind. He needs an iron helmet. So yeah, that's junk. Right in here, however, TNT! Yes, this is... we're gonna need to blow away part of the land to make a canal to the next area. But anyways, all of that was kinda junk, so we're gonna go sell it. I think all the junk we gathered was mostly armor, so yeah, we're going to the armor shop. We haven't been here since episode 1, I don't think. Jaso, you don't need 2 iron chest plates. Band has a whole bunch of junk he doesn't need. And I believe Mace might have some stuff. Actually, no. Let's try Waxy. Cap, gloves. We don't need the cloth. It's only 5 gold, but yeah, that'll do, I guess. Now, right in here, we also have some weapons to sell. So I'm gonna get to doing that. Yeah, the short sword, the Falachin, and the iron staff can all go. Also, did I get rid of Band's... okay. I did get rid of Band's original weapon off camera. We did not get rid of all the junk that's piled up in his inventory, though. Don't need the iron hammer on Mace anymore, and for Waxy, he has a whole bunch of stuff. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 value here for the power staff. That's oddly specific, but anyways, yeah. Small dagger, that can go for 2 gold, and the silver dagger, that can also go. And with that, we are finally done, for now. Not with the video, though. The video must go on, as you can probably tell watching this. Now we have another place we need to stop at, and that is just to the west, because we're going to put this TNT to good use right after I take down a single Kaizoku. Alright, now that they're gone, the area we need to get rid of is right here. This land needs to go. And you can see whenever I encounter something or whenever it really loads in, it disappears for a second. So I guess that's really a hint that you need to get rid of this place. But anyways, where we need to go is just north of this. And right over this way, there is a cave. Welcome to the Dwarf Cave, everybody. In here, there is some good loot. 575 gold, really nothing compared to all the gold I've stacked in this series. It's actually the most gold I've ever stacked, I think, in general, at this point of the game. So yeah, there's a new personal record for you, I guess. But, we have a whole bunch of dwarves wandering around. Yeah, we already know that. This is all really good stuff. I think the game devs wanted you to come here, like, before you go to the Marsh Cave or something. Maybe. But down here is what we want, right down this cave. This is a canal. There's also loot here in this beautiful canal. Yes, right in here. We have a cabin. An iron helmet, which is very useful, actually. There we go. Now Jaso's officially in a full suit of iron armor. Very nice. And here we have a dragon sword. I'm not sure if that's better than the mithril sword or the silver sword, sorry. That's what it's called in other versions of the game. A silver dagger, junk. Wooden helmet, trash. Silver chestplate. That might be useful, or maybe not. I mean, we are going to get a very good armor piece very, very soon. It's going to be very expensive, but we can afford it. It's worth, I think, 34,000 gold. It's definitely not worth 100,000 gold. Like this, 13,000 gold, and I can buy just about anything in the game. And right here we have Narek the dwarf. Of course, he's just a dwarf in this game. But yeah, we're gonna give this guy the TNT, and he's gonna blow some stuff up. As you can see, just right here, the canal is officially a thing. So we can get by this big landmass. Yes, now right over here we have another town. This is Melmond. It ain't looking too good, and it never will look too good despite us kind of solving the problem here. We have a boss to deal with, a pretty significant boss. If you go into the pause menu right here, you'll notice we have 4 orbs right up here. And pretty much this is one of the 4 bosses required to get one of those 4 orbs. This is pretty much a very significant part of the game right here. We're actually making some progress now that we have the key. But right in the armor shop, which is actually on the complete other side of town, yes, right here is a very important item that doesn't actually, I don't think, exist in future versions of the game. I'm not really sure, but here it is. Steel chestplate for $45,000. This gives, like, a lot of defense. The only problem is that it really makes, really limits the character's mobility. So we're gonna sell the iron, and then we're gonna buy the steel. It's very nice. And I think we'll grab a silver armlet too for mace. Alright, now that we have all that, we're gonna go not under magic but under armor. We're gonna throw on the steel armor. We're gonna equip the silver armlet on mace. That'll boost their defense up a little bit. We do have some junk on band to sell. And the steel armor is definitely better than the silver armor. We might have the steel armor for actually a little bit. But yeah, there we go. And don't worry, we can get more silver armor. I'll show that in just a minute. But any weapons here we should have. I'm not really sure. Jaso's should be all set because the silver sword is in here. But yeah, this is all garbage, really. We don't need any of that. Also, what we're looking here is at some spells. And in here, we will find Cure 3, which we will throw on mace. And this spell right here, is it an instant death spell? Maybe a very powerful fire spell? No, it's actually just heal 2, but they only are, there can only be 4 characters. So, we're also gonna take harm 3. But yeah, all this money is going to very good use right now. I'm glad I grinded up so much. We're gonna do a little bit of grinding later, and, since I do like throwing some tunes in my videos, yeah, you'll see some tunes as I grind. I'm gonna take Fire 3 for Waxy, and Bane, which is very useful actually. This is a group-wide instant death attack. It doesn't always work, because if it did work, that would be extremely OP. But, yeah, there we go. We're pretty much all set for this quest, or at least for the first part of it. There is another place I want to hit up, and that is the inn. Alright, for real this time, there is another location I want to go to, and that is Crescent Lake. Now, technically, you're not supposed to go to this town just yet, but we can because there's a port and there's land, so we can 100% make the journey. We won't be able to do much here because this is... Obviously, we need to defeat the Earth Fiend. That's what the boss is here. We gotta get rid of him if we want to make significant progress at Crescent Lake. And you'll see why when we get there. Yes, I believe it is not right up here. It is actually down south, like right here. Now, personally, I would not recommend going here if you did not grind up at the Peninsula of Power because, yeah, there are some Peninsula of Power enemies here. But we did, so I think we should be mostly alright. If anything bad happens, I'll just reload the save file, don't worry. Oh yeah, this is also home to Peds, which hit very hard and can poison, so we're gonna definitely proceed with caution here. I don't think we should have to use fast on Jaso or Band, they should be able to take him out. Yeah, 149 damage from Jaso right there. And Band is not taking much damage at all. Yeah, we should be alright. Yes, and across this lake here is the town. Oh god, 3 Peds this time, alright. Might have to use a little bit of fast just to make sure nothing bad happens, because while Jaso and Band may be developing very high defense scores, Mace and Waxy aren't quite as fortunate. So, just gonna have to use fast to speed things up a little bit. There we go, level 16 on Jaso, 401 health now, very nice. And Mace, too. Here we are. Now that we're here, if you go into the armor shop, it's all silver here, except for the buckler. But yeah, mostly silver stuff. And this will all be very, very useful later. Right here under weapons. Here they are. Boom! Brand new silver things. This time we have an axe, a hammer, which we already have on Mace, and the dagger. Mostly useless, but definitely a good place to go if you need silver stuff. Now in here, the spells are quite expensive. We have Soft Exit, Fog 2, and Invis 2. Not level 620,000 though, thank goodness. Just level 6 and 20,000 gold to purchase. I know it looks otherwise, but I guess that's just NES limitations for you right there. And over here, we have Lightning 3, Rub, which is very good, Quake, which is also very good, and Stun, which I don't really use a whole lot. I think it's gonna be clear what we choose here later on. You know, over here is something very, very important. Later, at least. Not now. Right over here are the 12 sages. They all form a circle. And this guy right here, he's gonna give us a canoe later, which we can use to go across lakes. But for now, these guys are all just kind of useless right now. They're just all a whole bunch of dudes in a circle. I'm in the middle of them. It actually looks kind of cool like this, not gonna lie. But, yeah, there you go, there's Crescent Lake. Now, for the grinding montage you have all been waiting for. Alright, I hope you like that grinding montage. I think it's better than the one in the first episode. Or the second, maybe. I'm not really sure, but anyways. I know I already used that song in another video recently. It's a pretty good song, so big deal, I guess. Cancel me, maybe. I'm not sure. Anyways, we're at Crescent Lake now. We have a lot of gold again, so of course I'm gonna spend it. We're gonna get Lightning 3 for Waxy, Rub for Waxy, and then Quake, also for Waxy. And now they can actually use these level 6 spells. I don't think there's anything useful in here. Except this, but not until later. This is a maybe, so you know what? Actually, yeah, we're probably gonna need that. So, I'm gonna go out and just gather like 1,000 gold real quick. And then we're gonna head to the game's next dungeon. Alright, now we should have 20,000 gold. Yes, we do. Alright. Time to grab myself the spell. Now, personally, I wouldn't really say you need to do this. I'm just doing this because I really just want to be unique here. You don't even have to come to this town, really, until after you beat the boss. So there we go. Soft for mace. That'll cure stone, which we're really gonna need, actually. In the next dungeon, there's an enemy called a cockatrice, which can, cause stone. And pretty much if you don't have a soft potion or the soft spell, that's pretty much death, like instant death. And it's not like a spell or anything, it's a status effect. So pretty much the enemy can hit you, and then you get stoned, which isn't good, because if there's more than 4 enemies, they can stone the entire party, and then game over. And that's it. Oh yeah, we're all also level 17 now, including Waxy. That's how much I grinded. You really don't need to be level 17 to beat this dungeon, though, I can tell you that right now. Alright, and one epic ship journey later, we are here. Alright, so there are a couple of caves in the area. This is right here is one of them. This is actually important because in here, it's a very blue cave, as you can probably tell. We've also got its fair share of ogres. If you're into that, you know. Just throw enemies in a random cave that isn't even that big, am I right? But anyways, this guy right over here won't let us pass. And the game doesn't tell you this, but we actually need to give him a ruby to pass. Which can be found in the game's next dungeon, which we're gonna go to right now. And that dungeon is down here. Of course you can't see it because I just got ambushed. Anyways, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted, we've been rudely interrupted many times in this series, but the dungeon is right over here, and this is the Earth Cave. As you can see, it's very orange in here. We do love coloring our caves in this game. And it's home to bulls. Not zombies, unfortunately, so no big gold gaining, but at least no big damage either. They go down in usually one hit if you do over 164 damage. Anyways, what we're looking for is on the 3rd floor. And you can get there just by doing this, really. The 2nd floor is a little more complicated, but I do know the general direction. You can use the rooms here to get to the next staircase. Yeah, so if you go in the general southeast direction, you'll find the staircase just fine. Now on the 3rd floor, right above us, is where we need to go, that room right up there. However, we have to make an entire circle around this floor if we want to get there. And what's even worse is that we have a chance to encounter a cockatrice on this level. However, assuming if they don't stone anybody, it shouldn't be too much of a bother, really. Poison is really more annoying than effective at this point. We still have over 40 pure potions from the Marsh Cave, so, yeah, I guess your boy overestimated. Also, you have the bats turning red to make sure that you remember that this floor is bad. Now, you're probably wondering what's in it in some of these rooms, and it's gold and treasure, but right in front of it we have a very tough enemy, or at least sometimes. The band will probably one-shot this guy because of how giga-chatted he is. See? Oh wait, I guess not. Yeah, there we go. They hit very hard. They hit like trucks. And they guard, I think, every chest in this dungeon. Or almost every chest. 10-20 gold from that chest right there. Not too bad. How much gold do we have now? 10,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. We have the ogre gang attacking us. We gotta take them out. Alright, as I was saying, here we are. There's a vampire guarding this right here. He's, an interesting lad. Anyways, taking this guy out should be a breeze, honestly. He does do a little bit of damage, but I don't think he'll survive past the first round. He only has like 156 health. So yeah, that's like almost all of his health gone right there. And yeah, band, you're done. You're done, rings, buddy. Don't screw with the power of Jaso and Band. Right in here, we have our ruby. So I will see you in our beautiful blue cavern.
A few inches later.
Alright, now that we're here, we can put this ruby to good use. We talk to this guy. He eats the ruby because he just does that. He's built different. And now we can get on the other side of here, where we can get a very important item we will definitely need next episode in order to progress. Now, I'm going to show you what this Bane spell is capable of. It's very good for small enemies and massive groups like this one, so I'm gonna let Waxy do the demonstration here real quick once it actually becomes his turn. Just like that. As you can see, it loops through all of them and instantly kills them. We're getting pretty lucky here. It's actually wiping each and every single one of these dudes out, so... except that guy. But yeah, look at all that damage. That just saved so much time right there. Very, very amazing if I do say so myself, not gonna lie. Now, this poor Gerwolf here has no chance of survival, so, yeah, goodbye, buddy. So now, going in here, we are now on the other side of the mountains. And if we go just a little bit south here, there's another cave. Right in here, we have this banger soundtrack, which is in a lot of places, actually. But right in here is what we need. And I believe this guy's name right here is Sarda, and he is going to give us some rods. Or just a single rod. We can use that to beat the boss, as he just said. But obviously, I'm not going to do it this episode. Yeah, abrupt ending time. The video's over 20 minutes, and I'm pretty sure you don't want to be waiting here for an eternity. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, join my Discord, sub to all my channels, all that good stuff. And I'll see you later.